How you guys doing out there? This is James. Start the conversation. And right now, I want to talk about the Colin Kaepernick situation that Jason Whitlock on Speak for Yourself just talked about. Now, I just watched a segment and it was about Colin Kaepernick, and it sounded like Jason Whitlock was blaming, not blaming per se. He was sounded like he was saying that Colin Kaepernick doesn't have a voice in the situation due to his background. Now, granted, Colin Kaepernick look like he's of mixed background, but that does not hold a candle to if he has a problem with racial inequality. I just think that Jason Whitlock is dead wrong on his opinion. Dead wrong. And he said he was picked up by a white family and all of this. And I mean, Jason Whitlock spoke on his a little bit on his testimony. He's known people who have been shot and killed by police or just shot and killed and everything like that. If anybody in America has a testimony or has the mental capacity, the right, the room, the foresight, the initiative to speak on police brutality, let them. Their social, economic, their cultural background. I hate to use the word cultural. Their skin color background has nothing to do with it. Did we or did we not see Caucasian people marching with Martin Luther King? And we all know what Martin Luther King was about. So for Jason Whitlock to give his opinion about Colin Kaepernick not having the room, and I didn't see the whole segment, I just saw part of it. For him saying that Colin Kaepernick doesn't have the room to talk about uh, racial inequality, dead wrong. I mean, I don't care if you black, white, Mexican, uh, Australian, European, English, African, Canadian, South American, Alaskan. I don't care what you are. You have the room to speak on the situation if you feel you have room to speak on it. You have room to speak on a situation if you feel that what you're saying is not right. You have room to speak on any type of situation that you want to speak on if you see things are not going the way they should be going. That's just bottom line, point blank, period. And I think that especially national athletes should be talking about things that are going on in the country because athletes are more than just the stuff that we see them do. They are people with minds, hearts. They have capacities besides the sport that they play. They have thoughts other than what we see on the court field, what they're doing. Because commentators talk to them all the time after the game. How did you feel about this? How did you feel about this? What do you think was going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. They have minds more than just for what they're doing. They do. So for all these sportscasters to say athletes just need to keep their mouth closed and do what they do on the court, no. Athletes are people too. They have the right to speak on whatever they want to speak on. Because sometimes these commentators be saying athletes should never talk about the political party. They should never talk about the politics. They should never talk about this. They should never talk about that. Garbage. Garbage. Athletes are human beings before they put on a uniform. They didn't just get born and freaking put on pads or pick up a baseball or a basketball or put a stick in their hand and hit a puck or run and do whatever they do. Before athletes were athletes, they are human beings and they did go to school, they did get an education of some sort, whether it be high school, some college or whatever. They do have families, they do have brain cells, they do have a mind for other things besides sports. So when anybody talks about an athlete saying that they have no room or capacity to speak about something that's near and dear to their heart, they're dead wrong. You cannot judge a book by the cover. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down in the section below. As always, like and subscribe to this channel if you like what I talk about. I always talk about social commentary, pop culture, and things in the world we just need to look at. Love you guys.